Howdy, welcome to the park. We're going to activate the Hagerman National Wildlife Refuge. That's US 0548. We're going to do it in CW. We're going to try and do it in QRP, and we're going to do it with my new FTX-1 field. Meet me at the table. So here's what I brought. I'm going to use the POTA 20. I'm going to use a 20-meter in-fed half wave from Pactina. I packed up in a hurry yesterday. Here's a Obama key. Yeah, I think that's it. That's a 40-meter extension that I haven't tuned yet. So here's the radio. Ta-da! It's what it comes with. Doesn't come in this bag. This is a bag that I got from Amazon for something else. This is the radio. And first impressions, it's a honker. It's big. So part of it has to do, or a good bit of it has to do with this battery on the back of it. They call this a 6400 milliamp battery. So that's a 6.4 amp hour battery. And that's a significant amount of power for a QRP rig. Understand my perspective. I am attracted to small QRP rigs. I'm attracted to little QRP rigs that'll fit in your pocket. They're usually CW only and 5 watts. This is much more radio than that. You get a lot of the front end interface, the user interface of the desktop Yaesu radios. From reading the specifications, I'm not measuring anything. It's hungry. It eats, I think, about 1 amp on receive and about 2 amps on transmit, so hence the big battery. I did bring an external battery, of course, and we can plug it in if we want it, but I want to run this as it was attractive to me, and that's in QRP mode. So let's get a wire in the air, and we'll get the rig set up and see how she runs. This is the first time for me. I still really like this little POTA 20 mast. It's just right if you don't want that much of a to-do. Man, probably about here, and I want to be able to get it over there without getting in these branches. You could obviously do any number of guying processes, but I met a guy at Ray Roberts State Park, Prep Him Paul on YouTube. Just a coincidence. It wasn't a planned meeting, and he told me about this little fishing pole stabby thing that goes in the ground. The only bad part about it is I can only find it on Amazon, and it comes from China. Apparently they don't have a warehouse here. so it's a wait. It took a couple of weeks to get it. I've learned with a 20-foot mast that however long your radiating wire is on your in-fed half wave, it's about the same length when you stand it up. So we should be okay. We'll see. That's just one of those judgment things. You could do the math. Pythagorean. A squared B squared equals C squared. But I'd rather just live life dangerously and wing it. Mass is carbon. And if the radiating wire touches it, it becomes part of the radiator. And negatively influences your SWR. Which is fine, it just makes it unpredictable. This is not a radio review by any means. I don't consider myself qualified to have an opinion that matters to anybody but me. But from my perspective, a good measure of a radio should always include intuitiveness. How much of that manual do you have to read, and how much of a crib sheet do you have to write down and take with you to the field to be able to make the radio work? What I'm primarily concerned with, what I am exclusively concerned with right now, is settings for CW. I've read through the manual a little bit, the operator's manual, haven't even looked at the advanced manual. Let's just see if I can do it with button clicks, if I can figure that out. So we got the RG316 in the back there. It also has, on this back side, there's a dot for a speaker, there's a dot for external power, which I brought, there's a dot for the tuner, for I think the Yaesu tuner, And then you have this for HF operations and this for the dual band operations, UHF, VHF. It's nice of them to put the HF on top, so all you have to do is remember that it's on top. On the side, I see phones, headphones, key, GPS, not sure what to use that for, and then there's your USB connection. I assume that's a USB-C. Yep, good. And then here's where your mic goes. They gave a mic with it. I'm not sure why you would even need a microphone. This is where SSD, what is it called? A little memory card goes in there. I don't use that very much. On the top of the buttons, this is like a DX button, which increases the sensitivity of it, or maybe that's this one. Again, I'm just, here's band and here's mode. Those are two things that I'm definitely looking for. Split, don't use it much. This is the VFO or memory button, and this is adding memory. Look at on the front. Have no idea what QMB is. I'll have to figure that out. Clarifier is Yaesu's way of doing receive incremental tuning and receive incremental incremental transmit. So other places would call it RIT and XIT or XT. That clarifier does that for Yaesu. This is a button that lets you, I think, toggle through the displays. This takes you back out of the menu when you're in there. And this is nice. Yaesu always has a fast button, and that's for VFO steps. You just push that button in it, and it goes fast. Down here is our AF gain and RF gain and squelch. This is a function key. Yaesu always has that. Sub dial. I think this is. You know, it's dual receive. So I think this is for the second. You know, your B channel. DSP, AF, RF, squelch. I think this is all for the sub side. I'm not sure. Maybe someday I'll read the manual, but we'll find out. So let's press the power button and see what it does. Now that's fairly predictable. Power comes on when you push the power button. There's a lock. Yep. Power button. On typical with Yaesu, the lock is a power button. You push it quickly. If you push it and hold it, then that affects the power. Another thing that let's turn this knob. Let's see what push it and turn it. Break-in is off. Now it's on. Okay. Let's look in the menus. Press and hold the function, maybe. Yep. Here's menu. Here's my keyers on. Break-in is off. We'll turn it on in a minute. Pitch is at 700. Might want to lower that a little bit, but we'll have to see. That's a break-in delay or your QSK. CW spot. I'm not sure what that does. Zen is that zero beat thing. Messages. You need the SD card for that to work, and I don't have one in there. So radio settings, CW settings. Go in there and look. Oh, there's some audio. ACG, CW mode, keyer. Okay, that lets you change the kind of rhythm of your thing. Here's where you can put memories for message memories to send. Again, I'll send with my hands because I don't have an SD card to go in there. Got one ordered, but we'll see what comes in. My main goal is to get the radio up and running. Do we have break-in on? Well, anyway, let's get it plugged in, get it going. We'll figure out all this stuff as it grows on me. Using a Obama Key TP3. This little case was made for me, printed for me by a guy named James. He's a good friend of mine, CW James. It's KW5 CW. What do these things do? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, there's turn frequency on the other dial. I think we push this and it goes back and forth. The filter's a little narrow. Width. I was at 500 hertz. Let's bring that down to about 400. And you can shift it. There's a notch. APF, I have no idea what that is. We'll get out of that. Click on the display and see what it does. There's a normal display without the waterfall. I probably like that better. I don't know if there's a way to get rid of that sub band. It's not why yeah, there it is. With this, there's a weird scope. Now we are not in break-in. So, little spider. There it is. Oops, lost it. CW on. Break-in is on. Okay. Better lock this before it goes crazy. Okay, let's get me started. I see by call sign my park and the name of the park up there at the top. Over here on QSO's. Wow, that's where we were last time. So I think we're ready to go. Okay, let's see if we can get spotted. Oh, well, I'm like a menace here. There we go, self-spotting. Let it go. Okay, we're off. Got a decent view here. Okay. First cue. Oh, thank you. Good to get you in the log. Let's look here. Let's see if we can find power here again. I don't know what my output power is. No, I don't want to go there. So anything looks like power? There it is. I'm at 5 watts. Yeah, 5 watts. Okay, I'm good with that. was thinking about something else and kind of changed the way I answered that guy. And well, I think I can do this. Touch and hold it. Maybe. Yeah, CW speed becomes the thing up there. Press the function knob. Now speed is it. Ooh, I don't go there. So I think I remember that on the 7300 that you had a function knob and you could assign what the function knob would do for quick. And CW speed's a good thing to have it on so I can slow down or speed up if I need to. Excuse me. This is the part when you wish you had your message memory set up. So this is that 3D view. Okay. I'm doing something that I said I couldn't do, and that is hold a key in my hand, because I right left-handed. I was really worried about having time to pass that around, and I think that was just never tried it anxiety. So I'm back. I have to admit, it is not as comfortable as having a big old Bengali key right here that I can just key and it's always there, and it weighs about 3 pounds or so. I just said I could do it, and then I just messed it up, didn't I? And bear in mind, we're running QRP. This is 5 watts. We could put in an external battery and I think get 10 watts out of the radio. And we'll try that in a minute, maybe. Maybe not. Got a car coming in. We'll see who it is. People driving by wanting our spot here, but they're still moving around. I saw a beautiful painted bunting coming in, and that's one of the reasons people come here to this park is for bird watching. And the painted buntings is just one of the really cool birds that are here. This is a waypoint on migration. It is a wildlife refuge. It is a beautiful place to go. So sometimes it gets crowded here, and you know, you get in situations where you couldn't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody, but it's big enough that you can usually find a place on Hagerman where nobody else is. Ohio. You do have to identify your station on a recurring basis. And if I'm calling CQ, then I'll just dit 73 and dit for the guys rather than give the DEK5TXN. If I get in a pileup where I have several people, which doesn't look like it's going to happen today, but I get several people coming back to me, there's a significant amount of time where I've not identified myself. In that case, about every 2 or 3 queues, I will end the QSO with 73 DEK5TXN. That way I'm identifying my station per FCC regulations and in excess of that, but also so people that are hunting and see me on the spot page can make sure they're in the right place. Lots of times we overlap. Sorry, man. I have trouble with H's sometimes. So we had a couple there, but they moved on because it was too crowded. We'll be back. Got 9. It's gonna work. So I don't know if well, there's 10. That is an activation. And I do have a felder to meet on the other side of the park. So we'll do this a few more times, see if I can at least get one more queue, and then we might consider shutting down, taking down the station and moving over there. Okay, I'm gonna call it. We'll get packed up and go over and see David. Okay. So what do we think about the radio? I do not have enough familiarity to think anything about the radio. It is Yaesu, so some of the language in it is intuitive, but it is not. It doesn't seem the user interface does not seem to be, tailing on to the 991A user interface. It's a little bit different, but the language is familiar. The receiver's nice. It's a honker of a QRP rig. That's a big rig. It is nothing compared to something else, but it gives 10 watts. So I like it, and I'll see if I can do a little more reading on it this evening, but I will definitely have the radio back out tomorrow. Definitely. I say definitely. It's definitely an attempt to have the radio up tomorrow, but I do have a life and I do have family, and just like you do. So let's move off the video. Have a great time. I appreciate it. I'm glad you were here with me. I'm glad you were watching it. If you like the kind of content that I'm doing, click the subscribe button at the bottom. Hit me a like. Leave me a comment. I appreciate everything you say. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you at the next part. 7-3.